Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Nguyen. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So I've been reflecting on my real estate investing journey over the past 7 years and how I scaled to basically 90 units at one point. Now I have 52 and kind of the lessons that I've learned and the different seasons I went through. So I would say the first 4 homes that I bought from 2017 to 2021 were all single family homes in California, Bay Area, California, which is an expensive market, as well as Orange County, which is an expensive market. And what I did was I bought a house every year, basically for 4 years, and I would put 10% down, live in the master bedroom, rent out the other rooms to cover my expenses or lower my expenses, and then repeat that process every year, right? And then after that, once I left the property, I would rent it out and best case, maybe break even or be cash flow negative, right? So the first couple of years, that was kind of my investing strategy. And, as I scaled, I realized, okay, I'm owning like 3 to 4 properties are all cash flow negative or break even. That's not sustainable, right? So at that point, I pivoted to more cash flow, right? So that's why I bought my first single family home in Huntsville, Alabama, because that one's more cash flow, right? The cash flow is $600 positive a month, which helps offset the negative of my California single family real estate portfolio, but it's not going to appreciate as much compared to my California real estate, right? Like for example, in 1 year, my California real estate appreciated by 70K versus in Alabama, it appreciated by 30K. Which is still pretty good, but 70 is obviously double 30, right? And at that point, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna do a huge cash out refinance on my single family home portfolio, pull out a lot of money, get more debt, right? And now my single family home real estate portfolio is negative cash flow, $3,000 a month because I pulled out $1.2 million to go buy 2 apartment complexes in Oklahoma and a mobile home park in Alabama to get more cash flow, right? And that's when I started going to apartments. And now that I've, put 25% down, I renovated all the units, which I put out of my pocket, right? And then now they're stabilized, new tenants, and I'm renting them out, right? And now they're cash flowing positive, roughly, $10,000-ish. But if you factor in the negative $3,000 over there, a single family, I'm probably, collectively in my whole portfolio, about, maybe $8,000 net to $10,000, depending on the month, right? And depending on the expense. So I went from, if you kind of summarize that, I started off in high appreciation, negative cash flow, to buy mid appreciation, some cash flow, to low appreciation, high cash flow. And if you kind of look at it all together, they balance each other out very well, right? So my cash flow from Oklahoma helps sustain my single family home portfolio in California, and those appreciate insanely, right? So that's how they balance each other out. So now that I have good cash flow, maybe I'm going to buy some more in California to then, because remember, California is high appreciation, no cash flow, so I can balance each other out, right? Or I can buy something in the middle, like in Alabama. So I have 3 different markets for 3 different purposes, right? California, high appreciation, negative cash flow. Alabama, mid appreciation, okay cash flow. And Oklahoma is low appreciation, high cash flow. So they kind of all balance each other out, right? Kind of like a nice perfect circle, right? So you have to constantly assess your portfolio and see, okay, do I want to buy real estate that's appreciation now? Do I want to buy cash flow? So if I buy some appreciation real estate, then I want to buy some more cash flow real estate, right? If I buy a lot of cash flow real estate, I want to buy some appreciation, right? Or you can split down the middle and just buy a bunch in Huntsville, Alabama, which is middle, right? There's nothing wrong with that either. So that's something that I just kind of realized as I've gone down this journey and owned real estate for a lot longer. And I haven't heard this really much podcasts and whatnot. So that's why I want to share my thoughts and my journey as somebody who truly just owns 52 units of real estate, no partners, no other investors, and it's just me, right? So, a lot of people show off they have a lot of units, but they have partners. So they don't own all of it. And, I get the whole adage of, well, would you rather own 10% of like 100 million or just 100% of 10 million, right? And I'm of the type where I'd rather just own 10 million myself. I don't want to deal with like other investors and other partners and all that, right? That's just me personally, which is my limiting belief, but I know it's doable. Like look at Dave Ramsey. He has a media business, coaching courses, uses that money and buys real estate cash, right? Like I'm not there yet, but maybe in 30, 40 years I will be, right? So, like to me, like you don't need a lot of units to live a good life. You don't need to scale and chase numbers. But if I had, let's just like in one of my other videos, I have 52 units. I could literally sell 1 unit. My first property I bought in 2017 has $800,000 equity in it. Sell it, let's just say after the fees and whatnot, if I become a broker, I represent myself, I take home $700,000, right? My loan on my 20 unit and my 26 unit are $350 each, K each. That's $70,000 total. I can pay off both my apartment complexes, and because they're now free and clear, between those two, I'm paying $4,600 a month for my debt service. So now I have $4,600 a month and more cash flow, right? So I sell a property that's cash flow negative or break even, let's just say, use that to pay off two of my apartments, which now will cash flow $4,600 more. So I go from 51 units, but now it cash flows a lot more. And that $4,600 that I cash flow pretty much will be used to cover my primary residence mortgage, right? My mortgage is, let's just say, $7,600, and I get $4,600. I pay $3,000 out of pocket, which is affordable in California, right? Like rent is around $3,000, so that's the typical cost. So that's kind of my strategy and what I'm thinking about. And like you said, I'd rather own 51 good units, paid off free and clear, less stress, versus own 52 and be a little more leveraged, right? But then once you put that foundation, now I can scale again, right? So let's just say I sold my first single family home, paid off my 2 apartment complexes, still working W2, build my other business, get more cash flow, build up more money. Now I can go buy another 50 unit apartment complex and double my portfolio, right? And be investing in a power position where if that one is needing renovation, it's being stabilized, I have the money, the funds to ride out those 2 years where it's stabilized, and then stabilize it and then buy again, right? So, or I might get complacent and just be like, you know what, why buy? Maybe I'll sell another single family and pay off my primary residence, and now I don't have that mortgage either, right? I could sell a cash flow negative single family home, own this one free and clear, and then now I own my primary residence free and clear, and I own 2 apartment complexes free and clear, which are now cash flow, right? So this is the beauty of real estate. It's like playing chess over your real estate. So that's what I said. If you can just consistently buy real estate, be patient, build up equity, continue working your W2, find other ways to increase your W2 income, continually self-educate yourself, buy it over time, and then appreciation goes up. Like I still am bullish on Huntsville, Alabama, because average single family home, brand new construction is $300K. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a pretty expensive market. Things will double in like 10 years, right? It might be worth like $500,000 to $600K, just like Vegas. Remember, Vegas not too long ago was worth $250K for single family homes. Now the average is $500,000, right? So like, if you can buy and hold on to it long term, then you'll be good, right? So that's something that I've been thinking about and considering. So, anyways, really, you got to look at your real estate portfolio, see how it balances out, and then your needs may change too, right? So, but don't go chasing numbers. Just buy real estate that makes sense. Pause, self-reflect, analyze your portfolio, and see how you want to pivot, right? So I've paused buying real estate, exclude my investment, my primary residence. I don't count that, but like investment real estate, I haven't bought since May of 2022. So it's giving me a time to pause, see what's like to own real estate, and then reassess and then pivot, right? And then maybe I'll eventually go back to the point where I'm gonna buy more real estate, right? So that's the key message. So let me know if you have any comments or questions below. Love to answer your questions. If you want to buy multifamily real estate like me as a W2 worker, check out my mentorship program. You'll find a lot of value from that. Please share this video with somebody who finds value from this, and I hope to see you next one. Thank you.